One of my favorite quotes is by my mentor, David Rose, who said, "Teaching is emotional work." Anyone who has been a teacher understands this statement. Teachers pour so much of themselves in hope of making a difference. And what I've come to realize is that learning is emotional work too. One of the key emotions for learning is joy. When learners experience a sense of joy, they retain more understanding, information flows more freely, and joy improves our social connections and our abilities to work together. Learning without joy affects our ability to process information and impacts long-term memory storage. Now, joy isn't just for children. People at all ages need to find joy in learning. The joy emotion causes the release of two neurotransmitters in the brain, serotonin and dopamine. These chemical messengers can cause us to laugh, smile, do a happy dance, or wave our hands. When educators are designing learning experiences, there are specific practices that we can incorporate to support learners in finding joy. Now remember, all learners are variable, and even the same learner isn't going to find joy in the same way every time. But here are 5 strategies that we can incorporate to nurture joy in learning. The first strategy is exploration and discovery. Learners find a sense of joy in saying, "Look what I found," or "Look what I figured out." Exploration and discovery require creating time and space for productive struggle. But the investment is worth it. Too often in education, we are covering information. We're trying to get through the lesson. As a learner, I'm more likely to retain information that I have uncovered by working with peers or exploring individually. The next strategy incorporates joy through identity or connection to oneself. Learners may feel a sense of joy when they can relate to content or see themselves in the learning experience or curriculum. Experiencing moments of shared identity inspires a sense of validation. Here's an example. Our team at LessonCast was working with a school district to diversify their curriculum. A 7th grade teacher we were working with told us about how she had gathered a range of books from authors of different backgrounds for a literature circles activity. In response, an Asian American student came up to her after class and shared that this was the first time she had ever had the opportunity to read in class a book with a protagonist who looked like her. The student felt a sense of joy and connection through identity. Thirdly, not only can learners find joy through connection to oneself, but there's also joy in finding connection with others, like their classmates. During the pandemic, one of the aspects that made learning difficult was the lack of connection with peers. Under our exploration resources for this module, we have several strategies to support finding joy through peer interactions and connections. Learners can also find joy by being able to shine as experts. When learners are given opportunities to explore, investigate, and then share their findings, shining as an expert creates a sense of joy. And just in case you still think that joy is just for children, consider how joyful adults are after they defend their dissertation. That's serious learning. And the joy is real. Lastly, as human beings, we can find joy through play. Play can include games, role-playing, promoting imaginative thinking, curiosity and wonder, exploring nature, and experimenting with different types of ideas and hypotheses. Play helps us become more comfortable with learning new things, learning from mistakes, applying feedback, and learning from social interactions. Laughing and learning are not in opposition. In fact, joy and play are fuel for healthy learning environments for every age. We invite you to explore this module's strategies and resources, which range from primary grades to higher education. In our learning spaces, let's take time to smile, explore, try something new. In the long run, the lessons we learn will last longer, maybe even a lifetime.